together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
Are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. We'll be joined here by my brother Tim in a little bit. But we do have a full baseball slate to go over for Monday, the 11th. So we won't waste too much time on the recap from yesterday. Full NFL slate, took the day off of baseball. So let's get into what was week one of the NFL, which could have been better. A couple late losses and things along those lines, but it is what it is. That is NFL. Houston Texans plus 9.5 was a loser. The double up on the Browns was easy. Browns first half, Browns full game, double winner there. The Colts had 3 opportunities on the 2-yard line to backdoor cover, and that would have helped me get a 4 in one day in the Cappers contest, but I finished 3-2 in the Cappers contest there for week number 1. But Colts plus 4.5 and plus 193, both losers. They were leading 21-17 heading into the fourth quarter, and of course couldn't get the cover. Tampa Bay team total over 19.5 was a winner. The full game over 45.5 was a loser. I did not think the reason I was going to lose that over was because the Vikings offense kept turning the ball over. They had multiple red zone turnovers, which was incredibly frustrating for an over. So I was a loser there. The 49ers first half money line was as easy as it gets. They absolutely blew out Pittsburgh there in the first half, but the full game over did not get there as Pittsburgh only put up 7 points yesterday. Definitely frustrating on that one. The Arizona Cardinals plus 7 was a nice easy winner. They were leading for most of the game. They choked late a little bit against the Commanders there, but laying 7 points with the Commanders I thought was crazy. I know the Cardinals are bad, but I didn't think they were going to get blown out like a lot of people did. Plus 250 small sprinkle, and the Cardinals lost. That is what it is. The Saints minus 2.5 was a loser. They won by 1 point. That was the game I wanted. I don't know why I ended up betting that game. That was a game I really didn't have too much interest in. Of course, I bet it late and I lose. So frustrating loss there. Packers money line was easy. They take care of business. Turns out all they did was Aaron Rodgers selling the deed of the Chicago Bears to Jordan Love. So Packers take care of business there. The Chargers minus 3. They end up losing outright, but the team total over 26.5 comes through as that was an absolute track meet for that one. Patriots plus 4, plus 165. We had our opportunity at the end there. Both my contest pick losers had an opportunity to go down, score, and cover, and in the Patriots case, win. Unfortunately, on 4th down, he can only get 1 foot in, and that was it. But the Eagles team total under 25.5 did come through, so that was nice, especially considering they scored 16 points in the first half and only scored 9 in the second half. That's something where I think this is something that we noticed last year. It was the Eagles come out strong early, and then they don't really do anything in the second half of the game. They don't score nearly as many points in the second half. So if you're looking to fade the Eagles, maybe look to grab live bets, and maybe I might look to do that with the Vikings on Thursday night at halftime. Hopefully, grab double digits with them. But Rams plus 5 and plus 205. Did you guys forget Stafford's a good quarterback? Like, I don't understand why people thought just because he's missing a weapon that the Rams were not going to be good. This team was banged up last year. So I like Stafford. Rams take care of business there. I might look towards them against the 49ers next week. And then that Sunday night debacle. The Giants plus 3 and the money line was probably my worst bet of the day. The first half under 22.5. I would have thought with a one team getting shut out in the first half, I'm going to cash that under 22.5. Nope. 26 points put up by the Cowboys in the first half there. I got the under 45 full game somehow, some way. So that was fun overall yesterday. 11 and 13. I was down like half a unit overall. But we'll move on to today, where we do have a Monday Night Football game, and we do have some Monday baseball to go over. So we'll be getting into that in just a minute. We'll head over to the chat, say hello, and then we will get into some baseball. Bengals have been an absolute ass so far. Ravens +3 next week for them when they just lost 24-3 to the Browns. I'm already looking at the Bengals next week. I'm sorry. One thing that I am looking at are teams that look really bad in week 1. I want them week 2. I want the Giants week 2. I want the Bengals week 2. I want the Steelers week 2. I want the Chiefs week 2. I want the teams that got their ass kicked week 1. Because of comments like this, go ahead. I want people thinking like this, so I can get the Bengals at a 2.5. I can get the Bengals at a money line price. Keep thinking this stuff, so I can get the Bengals at a better price. Yeah, cannot believe that under in the Giants game hit. Yeah, Giants, Chiefs, Bengals overreactions are real. This is the comment of the day. 100%. Get ready for overreaction week 2. Everybody knows what these football teams are going to be from one game. So yeah, solidifying your sanity, and this is the Wainwright plays. The only time I backed Wainwright on the money line is when it was the -300 fade, which I do that regardless of who the pitcher is. I don't back Wainwright like that. And one time I actually did when I didn't have to on a -300 line. I took the first 500 and finished 0-0. So it is what it is. That's the beauty of sports betting and all that. We can all have differing of opinions and different of strategies, and that's the beauty of it. And we could watch it play out on Sunday. But I'm already looking at the Giants, the Bengals, the Chiefs, the Steelers, teams that got their ass kicked week 1. I'm looking to take them week 2. If they had any expectations. If it's someone like the Bears, who I don't expect to be good, I don't know if I'm necessarily going to there. But the Giants have playoff expectations. The Bengals have playoff expectations. The Steelers have playoff expectations, and the Chiefs, of course, do. So good teams off of ass kickings or games they look terrible in, I'll take them. So let's get into it, though. We're going to start off with the Atlanta Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies. The Braves are -145 favorites with a total of 9.5. We're going to wait for Tim to get here for the football game. Once Tim gets here, we'll break down the football game. We'll go back to baseball. But let's get into the line history here between the Braves and the Phillies. We have Charlie Morton and Taijuan Walker here. We have this line opening up at a -130 for the Braves. It's up to a -147 for the Braves. A 17-cent line movement towards Atlanta. Line opened up at a 9.5 -110. It's up to a 9.5 at -125. Let's get into the cash flow in this game, as we have 83% of the tickets and 79% of the cash is on the over. The line has reflected that, and it's moved. And I believe there's some 10s popping up here. It's mostly 9.5s, but it's moving towards we might see 10s. And then we have 25% of the tickets and 63% of the cash is on the Phillies. The line is moving towards Atlanta, though, with 75% of the tickets and only 37% of the cash. When we look at Ballpark Pal here, have to get it up for today. I have to skip the 10th because we didn't look at the 10th at all. On to the 11th, where we have Citizens Bank Park as the second best hitting conditions on the slate. This is game 1 of the doubleheader, by the way. Plus 10% runs, plus 26% home runs, plus 6% doubles, triples, -5% singles. Looking at the pitching matchup here, we have Charlie Morton and Taijuan Walker. Morton's been great as of late. 0.96 ERA, 1.14 WHIP, 11.57 strikeouts per 9, which is 31%. 4.5 walks per 9, a 290 BABIP, a 2.51 FIP, and a 3.96 SIERA. On the flip side, we have Taijuan Walker with a 5.23 ERA, 1.69 WHIP, 8.27 strikeouts per 9, which is 19%, 5.66 walks per 9, a 306 BABIP, a 549 FIP, and a 5.32 SIERA. The bullpen advantage going towards the Philadelphia Phillies here, 3.27 FIP, 3.73 SIERA compared to 4.07 and 3.5. Hitting advantage actually going towards the Phillies right now, 135 WRC plus, which is second compared to 129, which is fifth. I think both these pitchers can get hit in this spot. I do like this over a little bit. And looking at it, I kind of think that the Braves get to Taijuan Walker here. I get it. Taijuan Walker wins his games, and I know if Tim was here, he'd bring up that he's a profitable pitcher. But he's not somebody that I'm particularly thrilled with, and I think the Braves can get runs on him. Looking at what Taijuan Walker has done recently, 4 earned runs, 3 earned runs, 2 earned runs, 3 earned runs, 4 earned runs, 2. You can pencil him in for at least 2 to 3, if not 4. And then I think the Braves can get to this Phillies bullpen as well. So I think I do want to start off here with an over in this Braves game and a team total over potentially with the Braves as well. I think this line is a little short. I don't know if I want to take the Braves just -1 or anything like that, but I think I am going to be looking towards taking Atlanta's team total in this spot here. Damn it, it is a 5.5 at even money. That's probably going to keep me off the team total. But I will grab this full game over 9.5. I don't think these pitchers are going to have a particularly great day. Line's moving towards the over, and both these teams are top 5 hitting against righties the last 30 days. So I'll go over 9.5 here at a -125 for this game. Let's take a look. Morning. Braves team total over. Yeah, I hate 5.5. So that's my only problem is I hate 5.5s. I must have been your brother. Yeah, I would have never backed Bueno this year. Tim saying Phillies money line. Yep. Walker is the second most profitable pitcher in baseball. Told you he would say that. Walker is the second most. That's unexpected. It is. Never mind. I forgot it is. It's a doubleheader. Yep. Charlie Morton over 2.5 walks. I could see that. Braves clinched a playoff spot yesterday. Honestly, doesn't matter. It's a playoff spot. It's not the division. The Braves don't care about a playoff spot. They care about the division, and they care about the number 1 seed. So I don't care. Over, I was expecting a 10.5. Me too. In doubleheaders, you might want to check the lineups. They may not have everyone in. Yeah, they may not. But unfortunately, I can't check that. There's no lineups to check at the moment. So we'll move on. Baltimore Orioles and the St. Louis Cardinals. You know my thoughts on the Orioles. Next. Toronto Blue Jays are -130 favorites against the Texas Rangers. -130 for the Blue Jays, total of 9 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot. This line's been bouncing back and forth. This line opened up at a 145. It did go to a 146 when I bet it last night. That's down to a 137. So looks like an 8-cent line movement towards Texas, which I'm not a fan of. Line opened up at a 9 at -115. It's now a 9 at -105. Taking a look at where the cash flow is coming in on this one here, we have 82% of the tickets and 97% of the cash is on the Blue Jays. I do not like that at all, especially with the line moving the opposite way, because I've already moved on the Blue Jays. 71% of the tickets and 89% of the cash is on the under, and the line has moved towards this under as well. Taking a look at Ballpark Pal here, Rogers Center, -4% runs, plus 5% home runs, 6% double triples, -11% singles. So not the greatest hitting conditions here in Toronto. We have Chris Bassett and Dane Dunning. Dane Dunning's not been very good. 7.11 ERA, 1.82 WHIP, 10.66 strikeouts per 9, which is 25%, 3.91 walks per 9, 386 BABIP, but a 6.42 FIP and a 405 SIERA. On the flip side, we have Chris Bassett, 2.94 ERA, 0.89 WHIP, 7.22 strikeouts per 9, which is 21%, 1.6 walks per 9, a 255 BABIP, a 3.83 FIP, and a 4.24 SIERA. Bullpen advantage going towards the Toronto Blue Jays, 3.86 FIP for SIERA compared to 6.55 and 4.52. And the hitting advantage going towards the Blue Jays, 108 WRC plus, which is 11th, compared to 97, which is 17th. These are two teams going in the opposite direction. The Jays have been winning as of late. The Texas Rangers have been falling off the face of the earth as of late. And I took the Blue Jays last night at -1 at -102. I would, if I would have not bet it last night, this is probably would be a pass for me. I don't like the way the line's moving towards the Jays, even though all the money's coming on the Rangers. So it's a spot for me where I'm leaning Jays at this point. I don't know if I'd play it. I don't like the way the line's moved. It makes me nervous, but I'm on the Blue Jays at -1 in this one. That Baltimore team, Tim likes. Good morning. Triple up, first 5 -1/2 at -2 on the O's. Good luck. Toronto run line for Tim there. Yeah, I don't like the way the line's moving, honestly. How about Jay's first 5 team total over? Sure. The line's moving towards the under, which would make me think that Bassett pitches well, but we'll see. Next, we have the New York Mets and the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Mets are $1.25 favorites with a total of 9.5 in this spot. Let's take a look at this line history in this one, where we have the Mets open up at a 140. It's down to a 125. That's not a good line move for them. It's moved 15 cents against them. And the line opened up at a 9.8 even money. It's 9 minus 115 now. So it moved towards the Arizona Diamondbacks and a move towards the over in this one. 75% of the tickets, 86% of the cash is on the over in this one. We have 33% of the tickets and 53% of the cash is on the Diamondbacks. So it looks like sharp money coming in on the D-backs here in this spot. Let's take a look at Citi Field, plus 2% runs, plus 14% home runs, minus 4% doubles, triples, plus 4% singles. Looking at the pitching matchup here, Jose Quintana and Zach Davies. Has Zach Davies really pitched that much lately? I don't remember seeing his name too much. He has. He's pitched 3 times within the last month. He gave up 5 earned runs in his last start at home against Colorado, but previous to that, only 1 earned run against the Orioles and 1 earned run against the Reds. So he's actually looked pretty good. On the flip side, we have Jose Quintana, 2.67 ERA, 1.22 WHIP, 6.82 strikeouts per 9, which is 19%, 4.15 walks per 9, a 265 BABIP, a 3.56 FIP, and a 5.24 SIERA. Bullpen advantage going towards the Diamondbacks, 4.23 FIP, 4.27 SIERA compared to 5.32 and 4.44. Hitting advantage going towards the Mets, 107 WRC plus, which is 12th, compared to 89, which is 23rd. This is a spot here where I want to back the Mets. I do, and I think I'm just going to do it regardless because of what today is. Even though the market definitely does not agree with it. I want to see what it's done in the first 5, though. I want to see if the lines move towards New York in the first 5. I'll move on the Mets first 5 there if it has. And it hasn't, but it hasn't moved as badly for that. So I think I'm going to move on the Mets first 5 in this game at minus 133. New York on 9/11 is an auto bet for me. So I was trying to find any way to get on the Mets here in this spot. So I'm just going to take them first 5 here at minus 133. I think that the Mets do have the pitching advantage through the first 5. Full game, definitely the bullpens go towards the Diamondbacks in this spot. But for the first 5 here, I'm going to take the New York Mets at minus 133. Yep. That's exactly what I was looking at. And the first 5 snakes lean for Markel there. We'll go from one New York team to the next. The New York Yankees are at the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox are minus 125 favorites with a total of 9.5 in this game. Let's take a look here at the line history in this one. Let me switch back to the full game. Line opened up at a 125 for Boston. It's still a 125 for Boston. Line opened up at a 10. It's down to a 9. So move towards the under and no line move on the side here in this spot. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game here. Between the Yankees and the Red Sox. I have 28% of the tickets and 50% of the cash is on the Red Sox here in this one. And no cash flow on the total in this spot. So looks like sharp money coming in on these Yankees here. Fenway Park, 0% runs, minus 17% home runs, 8% doubles, triples, 5% singles. And I hear Tim. Yep. Morning, Tim. Morning. And then for this spot, we have Clark Schmidt and Cutter Crawford. Schmidt, 5.96 ERA, 1.44 WHIP, 10.17 strikeouts per 9, which is 25%, 2.45 walks per 9, a 3.55 BABIP, but a 3.34 FIP and a 3.77 SIERA. On the other side, Cutter Crawford's really struggled as of late. 6.55 ERA, 1.23 WHIP, 8.18 strikeouts per 9, which is 21%. 3.68 walks per 9, a 246 BABIP, a 472 FIP, and a 502 SIERA. Bullpen advantage going towards the Yankees here, 3.9 FIP, 3.81 SIERA compared to 4.68 and 3.92. Hitting advantage going towards the Red Sox, 119 WRC plus, which is 9th, compared to the Yankees, which is 75 WRC plus, which is dead last. But for this spot here, I'm going to back the Yankees. I'm going to back the Yankees full game at a plus price tag. I think they have the pitching advantage in this game. They have the bullpen advantage in this game. The only thing they don't have is the hitting advantage. But I like New York here in this spot, and I'm probably going to throw the three-teamer of the Mets, Yankees, Jets together as well. But I'm going to take the Yankees here at plus 115 in this spot.
There you go. Real quick, I want because I know I wasn't here for the beginning of the stream. I made this last night. Made the background, so because I know me and Nick are both from New York, so we figured.
Oh, I didn't even know you made. I forgot you made the background. Yeah.
Yeah, I made the background. I had you jump in the room. You didn't even see it.
I totally forgot.
So I wanted to make the background for it. Real quick, I wanted to tag across a couple of the looks. I know I mentioned them in the chat. I am Baltimore in the over, Dean Kramer day. Tajon Walker is still the second most profitable pitcher in baseball. 20-7 up 10.71. He is one of three pitchers that are over 10 units in profit for this year, with Dean Kramer, and Brian Balow is the other one, 17-8 this year. So interesting to see there. Top five rounded out with Andrew Abbott and Justin Steele, and then all right, yeah, I did take the Blue Jays. I'm going to continue to fade the Rangers, and I am taking the Mets, and I will be taking the Yankees. It's all the same precedent. I know it's just New York teams on 9/11. Although I did look up Jets. The Jets since 2001 have played 4 times on 9/11, and they're 1-3. But the Mets and the Yankees all both have positive records. And most of the time they win on 9/11. The last time that one of the teams lost on 9/11 was last year because they played each other. So also for the Phillies game, real quick, sorry, Nick Castellanos home run. Anyway, I will be on the Yankees today as well on the money line. I'm back in. I said this in the beginning of the year, and I'm going to do this every year. I'm back in the New York teams on 9/11. That's just what we do.
Yeah, I'm on them both. I only took the Mets first 5 because I just don't see. I'm still capping these games normal, and I don't see an edge on the full game. But yeah, I agree with that.
Back to the chat, and we'll
and I saw. I think DraftKings is boosting a parlay with.
Yeah.
But honestly, and they priced it at plus 648. I said if you're boosting it correctly for today, it should be plus 911. Like honestly, I'm being whatever. But yeah, back to the chat. Now that you're here, I can actually track some of my plays.
Where did you leave off?
No, it's just this one.
Red Sox first 5. No, thank you. We're gonna back the New York team.
Yep. All right, we'll keep on moving on here. Actually, I was waiting for you to do this game, so we'll quickly cut back because I'm not going to be. I won't be.
We go from one New York team to the next New York team to the final New York team.
Yes, because I was waiting for you to get here to talk about the football game, and so we can talk about that and then go back to baseball.
Yes.
The Buffalo Bills are at the New York Jets. The Bills are down to a 1.5. It's actually down to a 45 in this game. Let me get up the line history here for NFL real quick. Is this line is actually, I believe, gone down too. This line opened up. Yeah, actually, this line opened up at Buffalo -1. It actually, at one point, I believe, it didn't actually. Nope, it never flipped to the Jets being a favorite. But it's bounced between 1.5, and 2.
Close.
Yeah, line opened up at a 47, and it's down to a 45. I got in at 45.5 in this game, and my approach was pretty simple. Cash flow on this game real quick, and then we'll get back into this cap, where we have 40% of the tickets, 46% of the cash is on the Jets. So 60% of the tickets, 54% of the cash is on the Bills spread. About split on the money line, 50% of the tickets and 52% of the cash is on the Bills money line. 54% of the tickets and 90% of cash is on the under, and the line has moved towards the under. So the line has moved the correct way with the way the money's coming in. And for me, my game plan for this game has gone perfectly because my full intentions on this game were to take the first half on the full game under, which I did last night. First half under 23, full game under 45.5. And it was also have the Jets plus 8.5 in a teaser piece. Thank you, Browns, for covering 7.5. I do have the Jets plus 8.5 for this game now. So I'm going to ride with that. I have the Jets at 8.5, but I have the first half under, full game under for this spot in this game. So I think a low scoring game here. Primetime unders, they're 2-0 so far. Let's make it 3-0 under for me.
I'm just going to ride with the Jets. It is once again New York team on 9/11, but I actually have the Jets as my final piece of my capper contest, which I'm currently 3-1. Stupid Giants. Thank you, Browns, Bucks, and Packers. And the Jets are my fifth leg. I do like the Jets today. I think they go out there and get the win. I am not super high on Rodgers. Before anybody says, "Oh, you're backing them because of Rodgers," no. This team is going to have one of the best defenses in the NFL this year. And that's going to be how the Jets win games. They're going to be able to win games at home. And I just think this is all a perfect spot for the New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers, first game in New York on 9/11, all this buildup. I think he's going to have a big game tonight as well. But I do think this one's kind of got – I'm hoping like 27-13 Jets, something in that range. I like the Jets today.
All right. Back to the chat, and then we'll get back into baseball.
Good morning, my guys. Good morning, Nathan. It's Kramer Day. Yes, it is. Only New York team I'm backing today is the Jets, Mets, and Yankees. Okay, then. He's laughing. Jets first half. Yeah. I want to back the Jets. But I don't want to see another public underdog get smacked like Steelers. Bills have a very good offense. I don't think the
underdog, the betting splits are split even 50-50 on the money line. It's actually 60-40 on the tickets for the Bills. So actually more tickets are on the Bills. So I would definitely not classify the Jets as public. The only public underdogs I saw yesterday were the Titans and the Steelers, I think.
Yeah.
And maybe the Giants. The Giants kind of were too at the
Giants
later in the day.
Public underdog.
Yeah.
Definitely on the under. Texans can't cover a plus 10.5, but when I bet them, they play balls out. Okay. You should have bet them. They might have covered yesterday. All right, let's head back to baseball. I'll try to run through as many games as we can with you here.
We have the Miami Marlins and the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers are minus 150 favorites, total 7.5 in this game. Let me get back to baseball because I just went on to the line histories for the NFL. And now, by the way, one last thing on the NFL. I've already moved on the Chiefs minus 2.5. That's going to be at least a 3 by the weekend.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, line opened up at a 160 here for the Brewers. It's down to a 136. This line has dropped 24 cents. Line opened up at a 8. It's down to a 7.5. So a move towards the under and a move towards these fish. Expecting Luzardo to pitch well in this game. Let's see if the cash flow represents that here as well, as we have 27% of tickets and 85% of the cash is on the over. And the lines move towards the under, which is interesting. 33% of tickets, 42% of cash is on the Marlins. And the lines move towards Milwaukee, or lines move towards Miami. So looks like sharp money coming in, moving the line on Miami here. Let's take a look at the ballpark now, which has American Family Field in Milwaukee. Wisconsin has the worst hitting conditions on the slate, minus 8% runs, plus 1% single or home runs, minus 4% doubles, triples, minus 9% singles. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here, we have Luzardo, who I need to go and grab his numbers because he has an accent on his name, so my spreadsheet doesn't read that correctly, which is annoying, but it is what it is. So let me quickly grab that. There we go. We have Luzardo, 5.04 ERA, 1.28 WHIP, 9.36 strikeouts per nine, which is 25%, 2.88 walks per nine, 2.88 BABIP, or 288 BABIP, a 4.74 FIP, and a 4.13 SIERA. On the flip side, we have Brennan Woodruff, 2.64 ERA, 1.75 WHIP, 9.98 strikeouts per nine, which is 29%, 2.64 walks per 9, 152 BABIP, but 3.91 FIP, at a 3.66 SIERA. Bullpen advantage going towards the Brewers. 3.73 FIP, 3.59 SIERA compared to 3.95 and 4.08. Hitting advantage going towards the Brewers. 125 WRC plus, which is 10th, compared to 100, which is 16th. And this is a spot for me here that my X's and O's say one thing, the market says the other. It's a stay off spot for me. X's and O's say the Brewers win this game, and I should be betting the Brewers. The market is screaming Marlins. This is an easy pass for me.
I kind of like the under in this game. I like the matchups. I like the pitching matchup in general in this one. Luzardo is a guy that I trust for the Marlins, although he has been better as of late. He's only allowed 2 earned runs in his last 18 innings. And then Brandon Woodruff, I feel is really starting to get in his own. He himself, since coming back, or since August 1st, has allowed 3 or more earned runs once in his last 10 starts. So he's been pitching really well. I like Jesus Luzardo. I know 7.5 may seem like a little bit of a low total, but I like I like the under in this game. I also do lean towards the fish. Miami has been playing better baseball as of late. They've won 8 out of their last 10. Looking good. They just took 2 out of 3 from Philadelphia, 2 out of 3 from LA, and before that, they 4 games swept the Nationals, who are actually looking good at the time. So it'd be a lean towards the Marlins, but I like the under in this game. Maybe a Milwaukee team total under.
Maybe. Yeah, it's a stay off spot for me.
Get it? Seriously.
Back to the chat.
Vikings were disappointing as well. Another loser. No, they did great. Tampa Bay plus points, money, winner.
I'm kind of interested in the Vikings getting the points. I think that opened up at a 4 for Thursday Night Football, 4.5. It's up to a 7.5 now. So I think I'm interested in the Vikings.
If it's a 7.5, I like the Eagles. If it was 6.5, I would like the Vikings.
Well, it moved to it. It opened up at a 4.5. So really, that I don't give a fuck. Like really, we're not playing.
I'm not backing Kirk Cousins on primetime. I just moved on Bears under and Colts under next week. I kind of think the Bears lose again.
Yes. Now, one thing I want to preface when it comes to overreaction week 2 is if we had no expectations for that team coming into the year, I don't think it applies as much. Like
no, I wasn't high on
like the Bears. I had no expectation for.
I actually thought that the Buccaneers have a shot to win the division.
Yeah, but like teams like the Giants made the playoffs last year, the Bengals made the playoffs last year, the Chiefs won the Super Bowl last year, and the Steelers were a winning team last year.
How about Seattle?
The Seattle as well.
Seattle's up to a 5.5.
Yep. They're another one. Because they lost outright against the Rams. Beautiful. Like
we'll
those are the teams.
We'll see what happens in the Jets game tonight.
Those are the teams I'm looking to back for overreaction week 2.
I'm kind of looking towards New England as well on Sunday Night Football, but and I'm kind of leaning towards Carolina. And at this point, I'm kind of looking. Yeah. Oh, it's the Steelers versus the Browns. Damn it, I like the Browns. Anyways, lean Milwaukee first 5 and money line and first 5 under. I can see that. I moved on the Jets. They better compete. I know they got it in them. I hope so too. Earle Bros, what's good? Stacks Pod is Wilson over 69.5 yards. The wide receiver. Let's get it. Yo. I'm on the Jets too. There you go. Justin, any props today, my guy? Any props today? Let's head to this game, Nick.
Yeah. Minnesota Twins and the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays are on 120 favorite with a total of 7.5 in this game. Oh, let's get into it here where we have Tyler Glasnow and Sonny Gray. This line is dropped, which is interesting. I don't know why. Line opened up at a 130 for the Rays. It's down to a 119, so a 11-cent line movement towards the Twinnies in this one. Line opened up at even money for the over 8. It's now down to a 7.5. So Lines move towards the under, and the lines move towards the Twins. Let's see if the market reflects that here as well. Where we have, okay, that makes a lot more sense. 49% of the tickets and 88% of the cash is on these Minnesota Twins. 38% of the tickets and 94% of the cash is on this over, and the lines move towards the under. Let's take a look. Target field minus 6% runs, minus 23% home runs, plus 4% double triples, 4% single, or 2% singles. Taking a look at the pitching matchup, it's an awesome one. Sonny Gray and Tyler Glasnow. I really like Glasnow. 2.90 ERA, 0.9 whip, 11.03 strikeouts per nine, which is 31%, 1.74 walks per nine, a 2.73 BABIP, a 1.81 FIP, and a 3 SIERA. On the flip side, Sonny Gray, 2.20 ERA, a 0.92 whip, 7.44 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%, 2.48 walks per nine, a 2.24 BABIP, a 3.41 FIP, and a 4.32 SIERA. Bullpen advantage going towards the Rays, 3.41 FIP, 3.61 SIERA compared to 5.07 and 4.47. Hitting advantage slightly goes towards the Twinnies here in this 130 WRC plus, which is fourth compared to 124, which is sixth. Both these teams are smacking righties around last 30 days. And this is a spot here where I wanted to back the under in this one here, especially with all the money coming in on the over. And they've bumped this from an 8 down to a 7.5. Makes me think that this under is very live. I think this under. Let me see. Is it a 4 or is it a 3.5? It's a 3.5. Damn it. I wanted a 4 for that first 5, which I think is end up just going to be a stay off spot for me. If the Tampa Bay Rays do win this game, I will have a winning bet in my futures account with the Rays over 88.5 wins. They are currently sitting at 88. So I would like them to win.
So there's no way they lose every single game from now on out and don't get it right?
I would hope not. I mean, considering we have a month left in the season.
That would be gross if you lost that one.
Yeah. But yeah, I have no play in this game.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna stay away from this one as well. This Twins team, I don't understand this team. Sonny Gray has just been a big question mark. Because he's either gonna allow 1, 2 runs, or he's gonna allow 4 or 5. Like it's one or the other, and I don't know which one we're gonna get today. Glasnow has been great. I won't take anything away from him, but I can't. I'm not going after this game. Kind of a lighter card, I guess, but I'm going to stay away from this one.
Fair. Back to the chat.
Green Bay money line again next week. Who do they got? Let's see who they have next week. Against the Falcons, sign me up. They've gone from a dog to a favorite. They're -1 now. Baseball-wise. Props later. Leaning Rays first 5. That's fine. Leaning Twinkies. Good luck. Falcons gang running it back next week against the Pack. No, thank you. Go Pack, go. It's Jordan Love season, and the Packers fans in a couple of weeks are going to go, Aaron Rodgers who? Because Jordan Love is going to be a really, really good player.
And Aaron Rodgers is going to be stinking it up in New York, but that's beyond the point.
No. Twins plus 1.5? No. The only reason why I say no is that's going to be really, really juicy. Green is my favorite color. Or is the color of the day. Yes. I don't know. Green Bay might take that one. Falcons struggled in the first half versus Panthers, and Green Bay quarterback was dealing. Yep. That's my team. I rarely bet them. I definitely will next week. Yeah. The Falcons are over 500 for the first time since 2017. Got lucky and smashed a lucky NFL player prop parlay. 20 to win. 628. Nice. Let's keep rolling, Nick.
Yeah, and I'm so glad this line is where it is. I don't want to bet against the Astros right now. This team is insane, but they're -275 favorites against the Oakland Athletics with a total of 8.5. Now, I won't be betting on them at this price, but I'm glad they're not up to -300 where I have to bet against them. Line opened up at 260. It's up to a 275. This did hit -300 this morning, and it immediately went down to 275. So Look, and then for the total, it opened up at an 8.5 even money. It's now an 8.5 at -110. So a movement towards the over and a movement towards the Athletics, actually towards the Astros. This one here, 81% of the tickets, 72% of the cash is on the Astros. In this spot, 73% of the tickets and 70% of the cash is on the run line. 45% of the tickets and 99% of the cash is on the over in this spot. So it's one of those 99 spots, which is going to keep me off the over. I was leaning over in this game. Minute Maid Park -6% runs, +6% home runs, -7% doubles, triples, and -7% singles. We're getting Mason Miller for the Athletics against Framber Valdez. Mason Miller looks like a bullpen guy. Earlier in the season, he threw 4 1/3, 4, 7, and 6 innings. But his previous game he pitched, he only went 2 innings against the Blue Jays. He gave up no earned runs and no hits, struck out 3. So he looked decent, but he's only pitched 2 innings the last 30 days. On the flip side here, Framber Valdez has been getting slightly better. He was not looking very good for a while. 3.31 ERA, 1.19 WHIP, 6.61 strikeouts per nine, which is 18%. 3.31 walks per nine, a 253 BABIP, a 4.27 FIP, and a 4.65 Sierra. Bullpen advantage going towards the Astros here, 4.13 FIP, 3.69 Sierra compared to 4.46 FIP, and a 4.85 Sierra. Hitting advantage going towards the Astros, 138 WRC plus, which is number 1, compared to 95, which is 17th for the Athletics. Now, looking at the spot for me, I mean, I'm not going to be on the Athletics unless the Astros are -300 in this game, in this series. I know I said I wasn't going to bet against the Athletics at this price, but the run line for the Astros is only $1.30, which I think, I mean, that's about as far as I go for a run line. But you get Mason Miller, who he's only pitched 2 innings in the major leagues since May, going up against the ace of the Astros here in this spot. And the Astros are red hot right now. I was looking at their numbers. Hitting wise, they are number 1 WRC plus against both righties and lefties the last 30 days. So this team is really hitting well. And I think they should just, I wouldn't say be blindly backed, but this Astros team down the stretch, they know what they're doing. This is when they run away with the division. And I know I don't do this often, and there's usually a really good reason for me to do this. I'm backing the Astros on the run line here at -130, and hoping they don't hit -300 today and make me look stupid for having to bet the other way. But give me the Astros run line here at the spot, -130. I know it's juicy. I know I don't give out stuff like that often, but I honestly feel like this is a smash and grab spot with the Astros.
I'm looking at the site. The cheapest one I can get is -130, and there's no way in hell I'm laying that on a run line on a home team.
Yeah.
I will say I'm scrolling through the site. Money line -300 for the Astros on Bet365. I know it's not your bet online, but
yeah, I was gonna say for it to be the -300 fade, and I know people would point that out as well. For it to be the -300 fade, it has to be on Bet Online because that's the book I can bet it at. Because right now I'd just be fading a -275, and that doesn't qualify.
Nope. I'm staying away from this game. There's no way for me to get involved in this one. Priced out of the Astros, and I'm not touching the Athletics at this point in the season. Pass. Nothing really need to go crazy with.
Fair. All right.
He over 500 for your Dirty Birds. Get it. -300 go the other way. Correct. How do you feel about the Miami Marlins, Milwaukee under? I like it. I'm on the under. I'm taking Tim's advice on all New York teams today. Taylor -2. Mets, Yankees, Jets. Yep. Watch them win by exactly 1 today. Maybe 0-2 Miller. Yeah, you can lose. How about some Sunday Night Baseball fades? Because apparently the best game yesterday to put on Sunday Night Baseball was the Giants and the Rockies.
I didn't even know who was the Sunday Night Baseball game last night because I didn't watch a single inning of baseball. Actually, my bad, I lied. I watched the bottom of the 11th with the Yankees and the Brewers because the Brewers had a no-hitter into the 11th yesterday.
Wow. And lost the game.
Yes, and lost the game. Yep. But we have the Colorado Rockies and the Chicago Cubs. The Cubbies are -170 favorite now with Wicks on the mound. against Kyle Freeland. This line opened up actually at a 173. It went down to a 167, and it's back up to a 170. So it's a 3-cent line movement towards Colorado. Line opened up at 11.5 at minus 105. It's an 11.5 at minus 110. So a small move towards the over and a small move towards Colorado. 20%, 22% of the tickets, 86% of the cash is on the Rockies in this game here. So big sharp money here, it looks like, on the Rockies, but no cash flow on the total, no tickets on the total. And no surprise here, course field number 1, hitting conditions on the slate, 25% runs, 14% home runs, 27% doubles, triples, 8% singles. Looking at the matchup here, Jordan Wicks and Kyle Freeland. Wicks, 2.16 ERA, 1.20 whip, 7.02 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%, 2.16 walks per nine, a 300 BABIP, a 3.2 FIP, and a 4.37 SIERA. On the flip side, Freeland, 6.18 ERA, 1.52 whip, 4.88 strikeouts per nine, which is 12%, 1.95 walks per nine, a 3.19 BABIP, a 5.65 FIP, and a 5.32 SIERA. Open advantage going towards the Cubbies here, 3.64 FIP, 3.92 SIERA compared to 5.05 and 4.82. Hitting advantage towards the Cubbies, 92 WRC plus, which is 20th, compared to 76, which is 28th. This is going to be, I think, a pass for me in this spot. And this is going to be the last game I'm breaking down because I'm going to be heading out here in a minute. It's a pass for me to end the card. So far, I only have the 5 plays that I've given out, and I don't know. I'll take a look at the last 3 games of the card, but I'm only on those. I'm only on the Braves over 9.5, Jays -1, Mets first 5, Yankees money line, and Astros run line right now.
Sounds good. Keep in mind, there's 2 fade the Sunday night baseball games. Text me your card once you have it.
All right, we'll do. All right,
let's do this. All right. We'll head over. I'll talk about this game now. I like the Cubbies in this one. I want to continue to fade the Colorado Rockies, who are coming off of a 4-game road trip where they went 1-5. They have just been losing like crazy. 4 in a row, 6 out of 7, 10 out of 12, and even worse. That's 16 out of 19. This team is 3-16 their last 19 games. I'm going to continue to back the Cubs. I'm fading the Rockies off of Sunday Night Baseball. This is just a spot that I really like. So I'm going to go, and I'm going to be grabbing the Cubbies on the run line versus the Rockies. Continuing to fade the Rockies, and I'm fading the Sunday Night Baseball game. So Cubbies. Sometimes you need to go with your gut and forget the numbers. Never. It's not always about the money, Spider-Man video. You asked for it. I don't like it right now.
It's not always about the money, Spider-Man. It's about the Mets, baby. Love the Mets. All right, baby. Let's go. Get a home run, baby. Love the Mets. Let's go, Mets.
Go, Nathan. God. Cubbies today, yes. Cubbies should smash, yes. I'm only betting the Jets today. Fine with me. Cubbies team total over. I thought all the rookie quarterbacks looked like they had promising futures. We'll see. It was only 1 game. I'm not overreacting over any of them. This game's kind of gross. We get the Angels and the Mariners. Mariners -210. Favorites at home. 7.5 is your total. Reed Detmers taking on Logan Gilbert. And if I'm going after anything in this game, I will be going out. I would look towards the Seattle Mariners on the run line, although I don't know if I really want to trust them at the moment. They have not been playing well. But if I go and look, Reed Detmers is 205 out of 223. You're 9-16 when he pitches, down 16 units. So he's not. I thought he was going to have a good year. He is not having a good year whatsoever. And I do like Logan Gilbert. He's been pitching better as of late. They've won 3 out of his last 4 starts. They've won 8 out of his last 10 starts. That was also during a big winning streak. I lean towards Seattle, but not enough for me to want to go and put money on this game. So this one ends up being a pass for me. We'll head to this one, which is the Guardians. And Nick is in football mode because he put in Niners. It is not the Niners, Nick. Good job. It is the Giants. There we go. Cleveland Guardians taking on the San Francisco Giants. San Francisco's minus 140, total of 7.5. Alex Cobb for the Giants and Gavin Williams for the Guardians. And I like the way that Gavin's been pitching. He had a good game, although control is always an issue. He had a really good game, 5 innings, 1 earned run, 4 walks, 1 hit, 4 strikeouts against the Minnesota Twins. I think he could have a good game against San Fran, especially with San Fran coming off of A, the Sunday night baseball game, and B, they had to travel away from Coors Field. Normally, teams' first game away from Coors Field, a little bit of slow bats, and I kind of expect that today. I'm grabbing the Guardians with this one. Yes, I'm backing Gavin, but I'm also fading the Sunday night baseball game. So for me, in this one, it is the Guardians on the money line. May have to go for the elusive 4-teamer today. Good luck. We'll head to the final game, which off of the pitching matchup just does not look fun. The Dodgers are minus 165, total of 9.5. Pedro Avila, Gavin Stone. Gavin Stone has pitched 5 times this year. 1 time in August, 1 time in July, 2 times, and 3 times in May. So we haven't really seen much from him in the game that we saw him pitch. 4 earned runs, 5 hits in 6 innings pitched on 2 strikeouts. They did win that game. I'm not backing the Dodgers at a minus money price tag with him pitching. Pedro Avila, I believe this is a bullpen game. No, not really. But we've seen him more do long relief stuff. Although last time he pitched 6 2/3 shutout innings versus the Phillies, so a good start there. I'm staying away from this one as well. I don't like the pitching matchup. It would have to be a lean towards the Dodgers. The Padres are just not good this year. But at the end of the day, it's kind of a lighter card for me. I have a couple of plays, but nothing too crazy. Ending the slate off with a pass. Before we jump into all that, that is all the games for today. So we'll go ahead and quickly do a
housekeeping.
If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below, including the big 4: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. All of those linked down below. We appreciate everybody who does follow. And make sure you guys are checking out becoming a member of the Earle Sports Bets YouTube channel. It's $4.99 a month. We give out college football card every single week. We give out NFL card every single week. And we'll be giving out 3 to 4 college basketball cards every single week when you guys do sign up for that. It's $4.99 a month, 16 cents a day. We had a really good week 1 of the NFL season, looking to duplicate it in week number 2. So really, really pumped up for more. We'll go back to the chat before I do a little bit of a recap. Padres plus 3.5 first 5 and over 3.5. Pays a solid 86%. Go for it. Have fun. TRL, I'll go Cubbies, Astros, Dodgers. Cubbies, yes. Astros, sure. Dodgers, sure. Cubs, first 5 run line and full game. I would have to full game run line them too, but because I'm not laying 180. But yes, I do like the Cubs today. Cubs versus the Rockies. But that's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow for another one at 10 a.m. Go Jets.